Hey guys, this is Malonb from Facebook or malonb.etsy.com. I'm here to make my Casa Crew update. I hope all of you guys had a really awesome Christmas or holiday in general. I know New Year's is coming up, so can't really say holidays overall. But mine was pretty good. I just spent it with family, had some fun times and, had some food to eat, etc. It's pretty good. Let me actually just jump in. I only have 3 items that are completed and a few works in progress. The first item I completed is, and if you follow me on Instagram, and again if you are or like my page, my pages on Facebook, I have a personal one as well as one for Malonb shop that you have seen this already. It is the cat cowl. I was working on it last time when I showed it to you guys, but that's what it looks like. Pretty neat. It's double-sided. It would fit something like this. And actually I didn't have a chance to wash it yet, so the color work is not the best. Again, I'm not all that familiar with it. I haven't done it all that much, so I think it's alright. It probably will even out a lot more once it's washed, but so far I'm happy with it overall. I mean, like I said, it's been quite a while since I've had this on my needles. I forgot when I actually started it. For the other project, I did write down when I started it, but for this one, it's probably around the same time. The other one, the one I'm working on right now, my work in progress, I started in May. So for this one, I think it was somewhere around the same time, if not earlier. And this was part of a knit along that, again, I just never finished it for whatever reason. I think the color work was, so much of it is color work. The color work just kind of, it was overkill for someone that doesn't really or hasn't really done it. So I just let that alone for a while, but I decided to pick it back up because it is pretty awesome. I started with this. This is a Peruvian print with the black swirls thing. I started there, then I worked my way all the way around and ended with this one, which is like the brown and the beige or peach. And I just Kitchener stitched it all the way. Is that the term for it? I think that's the term for it, or seamed it together. Again, I completely forgot what it's called, but that's where I sewed it together. But it's the same way on both sides, inside and out. Again, I didn't wash it yet. I think, and hopefully the color work will even out a lot more then. But I'm very happy with it. It will fit out like this somehow. I tried it on. It's, I like tighter cowls. It's supposed to looser ones, so again, pretty happy with it. I will make it again, but I think I kind of want to make my own version, which will probably be video game related. So I'm thinking of doing that. I guess I have to come up with the charts or the what graphs I want to use, etc. The next one I finished is a hat. And this one, I'm actually pretty happy with it because it actually fits me. I've had problems, I still kind of have problems with, especially with knitting, as far as gauge goes. So even if I knit up a swatch for something and, I follow that, it still goes wrong. Usually it doesn't fit me or anything like that. It's either too big or too small, even though I swatched for it and supposedly it was supposed to be the right size for my head. But this one actually fits pretty well. Really happy with it. And this hat is actually from a book I got a while ago. Let me show it to you guys. It's called a Circular Knitting Workshop. It's like this, and it's called a Helix hat. And for the pattern, they had a couple of options. You can either do the ribbing as I did. I just did 2x2 rib. Or they also have the option of, I don't even know if I marked the page, but yeah, it's just a really simple hat. I'm pretty sure it's on Ravelry. I don't know if the actual pattern is on there, but again, it's pretty simple. Oh, and the other option is to make it like a roll-up rim. But I just did the ribbon because that's what I prefer. But for this one, I did swatch for it, of course, and actually I also didn't make the gauge it called for, so I adjusted the pattern to what my gauge was. I actually really like how the yarn worked up on this one. It is the same yarn I used for the cowl from last time, if you guys remember. I did a cowl with the same yarn where like the bottom half was somewhat striped like this and the top half was, the colors really pulled together, and it wasn't really for me. This one did the same. Most of it is striped really nicely, which I love. It's just Red Heart Super Saver. The colorway name is Icelandic. I think it's on my Ravelry project page if you guys want to check it out. It did pull a little bit on the top, but it's such a small amount that I don't mind it. Oh, and this one actually also was awesome because this book itself, it's to learn how to knit in the round, so it goes, or it has a lot of options to do or to use. So for this one, actually, it's my first project where I used double points. I had some Knit Picks double pointed needles that I ordered probably like more than a year ago. I'm pretty sure it was more than a year ago I ordered, and just never really got to try it out, because my usual is Magic Loop. I find that easier. And even with this, I did a whole project on the double point needles. This is my top. Actually, I really like how it came out. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was easier than I thought it was going to be, but I still found it kind of fidgety compared to that Magic Loop, just because I used 4 needles on this, and of course a 5th one to actually knit the stitches with. And even then, I thought it was fidgety to have all those needles, you know, the points sticking out everywhere. It kept getting caught on itself and stuff. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite way to do things or to make, you know, in the round stuff, but I actually wouldn't mind trying it again, because again, it wasn't hard. My husband was looking at it, you know, he didn't say anything, but I know he was looking at it like, what are you doing? Or like, what is that kind of thing. So I probably will try a couple more projects with that technique. I do have a couple of sizes. For this one I used 7, I believe size 7, and I also have a size 8 set, so we will see just what I want to make. And that was another sad thing. I wanted to make another project from the book, because I was just looking through all the other projects it has. Oh, it's this one. I wanted to make this cute little vest. Again, you guys know I'm expecting, so I was like, something that would be nice, something simple, not too hard to make. I wouldn't mind if he just wears it once or twice. But I was looking for my needle, one of my needles, a specific size of needles, and I actually couldn't find it. And it's because I have quite a few, probably like 3 or 4 projects that have been works in progress from the beginning of the year. Like I said, I'm working on one now that has been there since May, so I think that's actually where my needles are. The ones I was looking for was also my Knit Picks, interchangeable ones, and that's the one I'm using it for that. So that's why I started working on it, because I was like, I don't have any other needles that I can use for that right now, and I don't want to, you know, mess with taking the needle out of the work in progress project, and then whenever it is I feel like going back to it, dealing with, you know, did I drop some stitches or changing out the needles again, etc. So anyway, I started working on that, but I do have a vest in mind for my next project. So those are my 2 knitted ones I finished, and the one I'm working on right now, again, the one that's been in progress since May, it's the Arabella shawl. Pretty sure I mentioned it to you guys when I started working on it. This was, I started making this because the Tin Can Knits, I don't even know if that's who made it, but somebody made a tutorial for how to work this shawl, and I thought it was really pretty. I came up with my own color combination or color palettes that is on my Ravelry page as well if you guys want to check it out. And so I started on it. It's the Arabella shawl. I believe it's a free pattern. I think I have a picture of it right here, and my picture is not in color, so it's not gonna be the greatest, but again, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. You can definitely check it out. It will look like that. It has like different panels on it, and ideally each panel will be a different color. So mine is looking like this so far, if I can show you guys, because my cord is not that long either, but I'll show you what I can. It's looking like this. So I'm working on the fourth panel. I don't even know how many panels are in total there. But I'm probably like maybe a couple and a half, like 2 panels and 1/2 short of being in the middle of it. It's not a hard pattern. It's simply garter stitch with short rows. It's just, I guess, time consuming because it is just garter stitch, but that makes it really squishy. All I'm using is Red Heart Super Saver in different colors. If you want to check out my Ravelry, I do have my color choices there, or what colors I will be making it. And I'm hoping to finish this. I mean, there's no hurry, of course, and again, being garter stitch, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish anytime soon. Probably later than sooner, but I'll be working on it at least. So that is what I'm working on now. Let me go to the crochet stuff. I only have one finished item in the crochet, and it has to deal with a recent video game that I beat. This was the most recent one. It's a really short game, and I played it on the Wii U, but actually I think they have versions for your phone as well as iPad. I don't know what else they have, or your tablet. So again, it's a pretty short game. It's pretty interesting, but again, just really short. It's a little bit creepy, I would say, not extremely. It is called Year Walk, and I finished a Tunisian crochet pillow relating to that. Maybe I'll show you guys a couple of screenshots here. So for this pillow, I actually didn't find any charts or anything relating to the game. So I made up my own chart, and the background could be a little gory if you think about it, which is okay because I think it adds to that inspiration from the game, if that makes sense. So this is it. I just backed it with black. I wanted to post it on my shop, but I just have not done it yet, but it should be up there sooner than later. And all my links and stuff are down below in the description box if you did not know that already. And I do have one work in progress for crochet, which is the question block. Yeah, the question block blanket. It is the baby blanket I'm making for my baby. And I'm over half of it. Or half of it is complete. A little bit over half it actually is complete. I didn't bring to actually show you, but I do have a picture, so I'll post it in here for you guys. And again, for this one, it's just one. I'm taking my time in. There's no rush on it. And actually, talking about video games, I did post a blog post, and that I actually have not done in the longest time. I know back in the day, before I got distracted with life stuff, I used to, make updates and then make a blog post relating to that every time. I have stopped doing that for a few months, again, because I just got distracted with everything. So I'm going to slowly try to start doing blogs again, even if it's just for my updates. Maybe telling you guys a little bit more information about what I'm doing, maybe adding some more pictures in there, etc. So for the video games I beat this year, you guys know my goal was to do 1 a month, or 12 in total, and I got 10 done, which is pretty good. I have projects for all of them except one, which is the Yoshi's Woolly World. And for that one, actually I don't have any plans for it yet, but I'm definitely brainstorming and thinking what I want to make for it. I'm thinking something for my kid, but then I don't really know. And there's so much inspiration that comes from that, because again, if you guys didn't know, it's just a game that's like the graphics in the game, everything in the game is made from yarn. Actually, they also do have some stuff that's quilting or quilted stuff, so it's either quilted or they have skeins up there. They have yarn balls. It's either crochet or knitted, or something yarn. So it's pretty awesome in that that sort of way. But there's just so much that I don't know what I want to do. So I'm still brainstorming on what I want to do for that one specifically. But I did post up a blog post about all the projects I've made from the games that I beat this year. Again, there are 10 in general, so I just have 10 pictures up there as well. I put links to my project page. Some I made up, some of the patterns I made up on my own, which I also have links there as well. And some of them are patterns that I made up, or charts I made up, like this, like this one. I made up the chart for it, so there's no pattern for it, but if you guys know what I mean. And for some, I actually did use existing patterns. I think all of them that I remember right now that I used in my projects there are free, which are also linked to the blog. So if you guys want to go check it out, I'm gonna link it down below for you guys. I did want to also maybe make a video just so it'll be funner and more entertaining to watch, for anyone, and also just to have it up on my YouTube channel as well. So I think that's what I'm going to work on tonight. Today is Monday, by the way, and I probably won't be posting this up until Tuesday. So hoping that I can get the video done maybe tonight, and it'll be up by the time this posts. So we will see. Also, I do plan to do an update for, I had my notes here. Sorry, let me look for them, because sometimes I don't remember stuff. So I just have some notes here. Okay, yes, I talked about the video game blog. I posted up. Oh, I will be posting up also a blog and probably a video regarding all my finished and completed projects overall. I think, I'm pretty sure I made a video for the first half of the year. So I don't know if I'm going to just make one for the second half. I actually have to double check on that. I'm pretty sure I have one for the first half. I probably will just do one for the second half and then just make a blog post in general featuring both videos so you guys can see what I did all year. That's kind of exciting. And also, I do also plan to make an update. I don't know if it's going to be a video, but it may be. It definitely will also be a blog post probably about my monthly yarn pick. You guys know I was doing that. I picked out 12 yarns for the year. I picked one surprise bag, one surprise yarn each month, and I made an effort to work on a project with that yarn. And for this one, actually, I'm pretty sure I used all of them. Not all the projects are completed, mind you. I think I have a couple of projects which are not completed yet, but I at least am using the yarn so far. And there's only one yarn that I have not gotten to use yet, which I'm actually don't know if I'm going to be adding that to that next year's stash, because I do plan to do the monthly yarn pick for 2016 as well. Which I may have to do an update on that also, just to show you guys all the yarns I'm picking and how it's going to work out. And I've seen some people do so far. I've seen a few updates where, and I forgot what they called it, but it's where they would have, the 12 yarns or 12, I think I've seen a lot of them do it with fiber as well. 12, 12 fiber braids or whatever, and they would put it in little baggies or, somewhere where they can see which one it is, and then they would post a picture, on Instagram or somewhere, and then they would take the first, the first number. They would number them from 1 to 12, I guess, and they would take the first number that somebody had suggested and then pick that one, as opposed to just, you picking yourself randomly. I mean, especially if it's like yarn skeins and stuff like that, or yarn balls. If you have like a huge yarn ball, and then out of the whole lot, you kind of know which is the biggest, so you kind of know which bag or which one that would be if you want to pick the one specifically. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think it's a good idea in general, so maybe I will. But I do plan on making an update for that as well. I think that was all relating to yarn stuff. And I think I'm pretty sure there's something else I'm missing, but I guess I'll have to tell you guys next time because I don't remember what it is. As far as live stuff, it's been going pretty good. Nothing really to tell you guys. No news or anything. Again, I'm just working on the baby blanket. I have another appointment. I think it's I don't know if it's the 1st or 2nd week of January sometime, where I'll have another scan, I guess, just to confirm that it's a boy, but I'm pretty sure it is. So I got some stuff as far as a crib, car seat, stroller. I'm kind of waiting to get the smaller stuff because I don't know why. I'm just waiting to get the smaller stuff. I mean, I'm not really rushing myself right now, so I'm just kind of taking it slow, enjoying my alone time still, because I know once it comes, it will be the end of my life as I know it. Oh, and actually, talking about fiber, I did pick up spinning again because I had left that for a while too, and I had one braid that I was actually working on before I left it, and I only had, I think, maybe like 1.5 ounces left of it before I finished with it. So last night actually I brought my spinning wool out. I finished doing that 2.5 ounces, and I actually was going to ply them tonight. I only have a single done, so I plan to actually do a chain ply. And actually that's something else I should use up. I don't know if I should add those, like the hand spun I have, adding those to my to my monthly yarn pick or not, or I should just let them be and use them when I want. That's actually something I have to think about. But tonight, hopefully, I'll get that done, and I'll have it to show you next time. I'm sure I brought it with me. I may have pictures, but I'll just wait until next time to show you guys when I'm finally done with it. I think that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great New Year's. I have quite a few updates to make. I don't know if I'm gonna make all those updates by New Year's, but otherwise I'm gonna try to get them out, push them out by maybe the first week of January, something like that. And I will just try to be more active again on Ravelry, especially. At least I start posting my projects up there again, because I've been completely missing out on everyone's groups. I used to post pictures. I still watch you guys, but I just have not been active in any of the groups on Ravelry, which I feel kind of bad about, because it is pretty enjoyable for me, but I just have stopped doing it for some reason. I just need to get back into it slowly. But anyway, next year I do plan to be a little bit more active again. Hopefully everything works out. And again, guys, have a great New Year's. I probably will not see you until after maybe the coming weekend. I will be making one. I will see. But Happy New Year's again. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.